Testing 1, 2.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Okay. Thank you, Sergeant Major Retired Jones, for the introduction, and good evening. What a great video. Seeing all of those various capabilities just, yeah. Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in just a few minutes. Please take your seats.
Welcome to the BEA Experience. Stay up to date on all the conference events with the mobile app. To get the app, follow these easy steps.
1. Go to the Apple Store or Google Play Store. 2. Type Career Communications Group into the search bar. 3. Select the CCG STEM icon and press Install. The download process will begin. 4. Open the app, then press Load.
You are now plugged into the schedule and happenings of the BEA Experience.
General Dynamics ensures that today is safe and secure and tomorrow smarter. One incredible execution at a time. Innovators, thinkers, dreamers, understand that action accelerates progress wherever your mission takes you. Behind the screens, behind the scenes, on the ground, in the air, under the sea, in the lab, to the cloud, and everywhere in between. Powering tomorrow's mission again and again. We have no plans to slow down. We're General Dynamics. Innovation spanning everywhere.
We must boldly walk the line between the possible and the extraordinary. By driving an inclusive culture, attracting top talent, empowering our people to push their ideas further, enhancing our external focus, and strengthening our customer relationships to help them meet tomorrow's needs. It means leveraging product development and partnering internally and with our suppliers to deliver on our promises. Expanding to new facilities, unearthing new opportunities, and undergoing the digital transformation needed to outperform our competitors. Together, we are unlocking the doors to key technology at the speed of relevance and delivering unrivaled capabilities to those we serve, because their missions are our missions.
The BEA STEM Conference is also available online with our Digital Twin Experience, DTX. Be sure to check it out at beastemdtx.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in just a few minutes. Please find your seats.
Will the founders please come backstage? Will the founders please come backstage?
Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in just a few minutes. Please find your seats. Live from the DMV and streaming around the world on STEM City USA, we are at the 37th BEA STEM Conference, co-hosted by Lockheed Martin, the Council of Engineering Deans of Historically Black Colleges and Universities, and U.S. Black Engineer and Information Technology Magazine, and conference sponsors Actilent, Jacobs, and Raytheon Technologies. Welcome to the 18th Annual BEA Stars and Stripes Awards. Our Stars and Stripes event is attended by BAE Systems, Booz Allen Hamilton, Diamondback Energy Incorporated, General Dynamics, General Electric, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Raytheon Technologies, SAIC, the Boeing Company, Worldwide Technology, community leaders, and veterans. Stars and Stripes is celebrating 18 years. This evening, we honor the leaders from the Army, your 2023 featured service, the Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force, and National Guard Bureau, who all answer the call for service to our nation. Their sacrifices, bravery, and innovation allow us to become everything we are. Now, please welcome the founders of this Stars and Stripes event. They are all retired patriots who continue to serve our great nation. Brigadier General Velma L. Richardson, United States Army, retired. SES Mr. William A. Brown, Sr., United States Army, retired. SES Mr. Jesse McCurdy, United States Navy, retired. Lieutenant General Walter E. Gask, United States Marine Corps, retired. Lieutenant General Joe Ballard, United States Army, retired. Lester Lyles, United States Air Force, retired. General Wilson, United States Army, retired. Chairman Emeritus Vice Admiral Walter J. Davis, United States Navy, retired. And National Chairman of the Military Alumni Committee, Vice Admiral Anthony L. Wins, United States Navy, retired. Esteemed guests, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Army Color Guard, followed by the singing of the national anthem by Sergeant First Randy White. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the brave? Save what we are for you, the United States Air Force. Off we go into the white yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atom boys for the gun. Down we dive, spotting a flame from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame or go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. The United States Navy. Anchors away, my boy, anchors away. Farewell to college doors, we sail at at break of day, day through our last night on shore, drank to the foam until we meet once more. Here's wishing you a happy voyage home. The few, the proud, the Marine Corps, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines, the U.S. Army. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along. And it's hi, hi, hey, the Army's on its way. Count up the cadence loud and strong. For where we go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling along, rolling along. Thank you for your service. Delivering our invocation is the Chief Recruiting and Accessions Division Office of the Chief of Chaplains Religious Support Operations Center, Chaplain Colonel Monica R. Lawson.
Good evening. Please join me in prayer and pray in your faith tradition as I pray in mine. Let us pray. Most gracious and loving God, we thank you for your presence in this place as we gather tonight to celebrate the awardees who exemplify excellence. We are grateful, O God, for those whose contributions to this nation and to this world inspire our hearts, impact our decisions, and influence our lives. We are truly grateful, O God, for the pioneers of the past, the innovators of the present, and the visionaries of the future. We are blessed, O God, to have a space where game changers are not just tolerated, but celebrated. We are grateful, O God, for a place where brilliant minds and courageous spirits can be rewarded and recognized. We ask, O God, that the relationships that are established and enhanced during this weekend will empower, encourage, and enlighten the next generation of leaders. We ask, dear God, that the words that are spoken tonight ignite for some and fan for others a flame that inspires each of us to be everything you created us to be. And now, dear God, we ask that you would bless the meal that has been prepared for us, as well as the hands of those who prepared it. May it be a nourishment to our bodies, and this time of fellowship and mentorship be of nourishment to our souls. It is in your most holy and precious name that we pray. Amen.
Now, let's meet the facilitators of the 2023 Stars and Stripes Dinner. Command Sergeant Major retired Michelle S. Jones is a highly sought-after transformational speaker. She is president and CEO of ETA Services and Consulting and was the 9th Command Sergeant Major of the Army Reserve prior to retiring after 25 years of service. She's a fierce advocate and steadfast ambassador for women, veterans, youth, and organizations that have a commitment to serve. And from your featured service, the Army, Major General Jeff B. Ray. Major General Ray is the director of the Network Cross-Functional Team within the Army's Future Command. He has served all over our great nation with honor and distinction. Please give a hearty welcome to Command Sergeant Major retired Michelle Jones and Major General Jeff B. Ray.
All right. Wow. Good evening. Oh, I'm not feeling that,
I'm not feeling it at all.
I think we need to do that again.
Let's try it.
Okay, good evening. Well, thank you. Said that better. Thank you. First of all, thank you for that very kind introduction. Welcome to each and every one of you to this very incredible gathering.
And good evening. And I would also like to say welcome to each of you. Thank you for that awesome introduction. It is an honor to address such a distinguished audience at this 18th BEA Stars and Stripes event.
Absolutely. First of all, I think the founders deserve another round of applause. I am confident that each one of you here in the audience is eager to hear from our founders on our stage tonight. Please welcome the National Chairman of the BEA Military Alumni Committee, U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Anthony L. Wins, retired. Please welcome.
Thank you, Michelle, and good evening, everyone. It's great to see so many here tonight for our first in-person annual Stars and Stripes Award dinner in over 3 years. We want to give a special welcome this evening to the leadership. We want to give a special welcome this evening to the leadership in our audience. Please bear with me, we have a long list of VIPs. Please join me in welcoming the Secretary of the Army, Christine Wormuth. The Undersecretary of the Air Force, Gina Ortiz-Jones. Undersecretary of Defense for Acquisition and Sustainment, Dr. William LaPlante. Commandant of the Marine Corps, General David Berger. Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General C.Q. Brown, Jr. Chief of the U.S. National Guard Bureau, General Daniel Hokason. The Army Vice Chief of Staff, General Randy A. George. Navy Vice Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Lisa Franchetti. Vice Commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard, Admiral Steve Poland. General Anthony Cotton, General Gary Brito, and General James Rainey. Welcome also to our retired 4 stars, Larry Ellis, Larry Spencer, Denny Vibe, Vince Brooks, and Cecil Haney. We're also pleased to have in the audience Hampton University President, retired Lieutenant General Darrell Williams. HBCU in the house. Dean DeLoach and HBCU deans, school principals, and military family members, thank you for being here. To our industry CEOs, your participation demonstrates the depth of your commitment to STEM education. Allow me to assure every one of you here, your presence reinforces the importance of our Stars and Stripes mission. That is, to build pathways and encourage students to enter STEM fields. Many students, parents, mentors, educators, and other key stakeholders over the past 13 years have told me what we do at Stars and Stripes is very important. I want to remind every one of you here tonight that your support of our mission is critical to the future of the students who we mentor and will help chart the future of our nation. And of course, the reason we're all here tonight, we want to recognize our military honorees and awardees who, in the process of becoming everything they are, answer the call for service to our nation. Please enjoy the evening we have planned for you. our speakers, and the company around you. I know I will. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Admiral Wins. That was very, very moving, just to know all the legends that are in the room. Thank you so much. It is time to hear from our featured service for this year's Stars and Stripes event. Our host is retired U.S. Army General and a founding member of Stars and Stripes. He is a former regent of Morgan State University. I should hear something going on from Morgan State University in the house. He's a member of the ROCKS mentoring organization. I should hear something from the ROCKS. Established in the General Roscoe C. Cartwright's honor. He's currently a member of the Defense Business Board, Office of the Secretary of Defense. Please welcome to the stage U.S. Army General Johnny Wilson, retired.
Good evening, all, and thank you, Admiral Wins, for that superb opening. Now, let me share with you how this great tradition of Stars and Stripes began. It was a natural outgrowth of the BEA experience. You see, 18 years ago, on a Saturday night after the conclusion of BEA, some of us gathered in the hotel lobby and discussed the conference. A group of us recommended that we meet for breakfast prior to departure. So Dr. Taborn said, let's do it. I'll take care of the arrangements. Want to make sure we've got a small ballroom because we informed the hotel that only a few dozen families would probably attend. So Sunday morning arrives, and within a few minutes, the crowd in the ballroom so exceeded our expectations that the fire marshal, being a former Army soldier, and he joined us just to make sure we're compliant with the fire marshal rules and regulations. The event was superb because we were connected by calling, figuring out how we could best serve our students. Within a few years, Vice Admirals Walt Davis and Andy Wins co-founded our current mentoring program. Each year, this gathering grew larger until Dr. Taborn recommended it move to Friday night. So here we are. We also wanted to find a way to honor the extraordinary accomplishments of African Americans in the military. With this dual purpose, BEA Stars and Stripes is what you see tonight. Now this year, back together for the first full gathering after a global pandemic, our impact is truly a sight to behold with ripples across the country. For example, over 600 students have been brought in to experience career advice, mentoring, networking, and exposure to cutting-edge STEM discoveries. More than 140 flag officers and SESs have gathered today to personally mentor these students. And 70 of those students sit with us here tonight. Among the secretaries of the armed forces, CEOs of the biggest companies in tech, and the finest educators in the nation. So students, we want you to know that we envision you in 20 years or less to be in positions just like these accomplished dignitaries, generals, admirals, educators, heads of companies. And maybe you can make it before 20 years because we're proud of you. We need you, we believe in you, and we wouldn't be here if it weren't the case. So thank you, students and parents, for being here tonight. And lastly, congrats to all of our awardees and honorees attending this conference. So thank you so much, and let's have a great time.
Thank you so much, General Wilson, and thank you for all that you have done and continue to do, and thank you for your service. Now please welcome to the stage President of Pratt & Whitney, Shane Eady.
Good evening. This is my first BEA Stars and Stripes event, and I have to tell you, I'm thrilled to be here with you all tonight and to be here in person. First and foremost, I want to recognize those in attendance that have served or are currently serving in our armed forces in senior executive service. Thank you for your dedication to our country. I'd also like to recognize the U.S. Army as this year's featured service, as well as all of the branches of the military and government that are represented here in this room this evening. Tonight, I have a very distinct honor and pleasure of representing Pratt & Whitney and over 182,000 employees across Raytheon Technologies as we celebrate many of the Black women and men who have answered the call to serve and protect our country both at home and abroad. The theme for this year's award, Becoming Everything You Are, answering the call for service to our nation, has really never been more important. Against the backdrop of a world with increasing geopolitical tension and evolving threats from near-peer adversaries, the call to serve is paramount to defending democracy and ensuring national security for the U.S. and our allies. At Raytheon Technologies, we are laser focused on answering that call by ensuring our men and women in uniform have the technologies and capabilities they need when they need them to complete their mission and to return home safely. This rings particularly true for Pratt & Whitney, the business unit I have the honor of leading, where we've been pushing the boundaries of military propulsion since 1925. Today, we power the most advanced fighter, strategic and tactical aircraft in the U.S. inventory. Our mission at Raytheon Technologies is to create a safer, more connected world. That's what inspires our workforce to deliver the solutions required by our military customers. To deliver on that mission requires ingenuity of diverse thinking. Diverse ideas, diverse perspective, and diverse experience must be ingrained in our DNA in order to yield the best possible solutions that stay a step ahead of the threat. At Raytheon Technologies, we believe it is incumbent upon us all to seek out diverse voices because we know inclusion inspires innovation. That's why we continue to partner with organizations like BEA to develop, recognize, and celebrate Black engineers. Working together, we will continue to make the impossible possible in science, technology, math, and engineering, and inspire the next generation of leaders to propel the world forward. Congratulations to tonight's honorees, your families, and your friends. And thank you for your leadership, service, and sacrifice. And please enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Eddy. Our next speaker is the Chair, the CEO, and President of Northrop Grumman. Please welcome to the stage, Kathy Warden.
Thank you, Major General Ray, for that introduction. I want to express my deep appreciation to our military members and this year's featured service, the U.S. Army. It's a pleasure to be with you here for such a special event. And tonight, we honor the contributions of Black leaders in the U.S. Army and all branches of our armed forces. They're leaders who have gone above and beyond the call of duty, both professionally and also personally. So this year, I'm proud to say that we have 22 Northrop Grumman Bea Award winners joining our award winners tonight. And yes, thank you. And they too are trailblazers and pioneers who make our company stronger. I want to recognize one of them. That's Cedric Mann. He is a gifted leader. He's an engineer and a manager, and he designs and develops systems architectures for national security space programs. But more importantly, and more impressively, Cedric is a champion for STEM talent for the future, and a mentor for early and mid-career engineers. He's currently mentoring a number of our employees, and I can't wait to see them follow in his footsteps. Cedric and all of the trailblazers that are here tonight have helped pave the way for the next generation of STEM leaders. I hope that all of you are as inspired as I am to know that our work together to foster and celebrate the many talents and contributions of those we're celebrating here tonight, it really does make a difference. Programs like the one led by Bea encourage the next generation of leaders to engage, thrive, and shape the world through STEM. So I look forward to continuing our work together and throughout this year's Bea conference, and as important, as we go back to our offices, our bases, and our schools. Each day is an opportunity for each of us to be the change we desire. So I look forward to seeing the positive impact that all of our honorees will have on our country and the world. So on behalf of the entire team at Northrop Grumman, thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Warden, forgive me. Now, first of all, let me breathe. It is hot up here, I tell you that much. I'm not used to that, you know. Usually I have a fan or something like that, but I tell you, it's very, very hot. Let's welcome Executive Vice President and Chief Engagement Executive from Booz Allen Hamilton to the stage. Dennis L. Vai is a retired, go ahead, give it up for him, go ahead. Go ahead, that's it, give him his flowers now, as we say. Dennis L. Vai is a retired United States Army 4-star general and currently an Executive Vice President with Booz Allen Hamilton. A Bea Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, General Vai is the 18th Commanding General of Army Materiel Command. He is the 7th African American in the United States, in the history of the United States Army to achieve the rank of 4-star general. And the first and only commissioned Signal Corps officer to be promoted to 4-star. What an achievement. He is a man who's devoted his life to serving the nation. Please let's welcome General Dennis L. Vai, retired.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Booz Allen has a long-standing commitment to diversity and is proud of its historical partnership with Bea, having honored more than 100 employees with this prestigious award since 2005, to include 3 Black Engineer of the Year awardees. Yes. This year, we are thrilled to celebrate Booz Allen Award winners in the categories of outstanding technical contribution in industry, science spectrum trailblazer, and modern-day technology leaders. I'd like to thank BEA and its leadership for their steadfast, energetic support of the work being done to recognize and celebrate our military members and our featured service this evening, the United States Army. I also extend our deepest congratulations to tonight's honorees. Your leadership, commitment, and sacrifice protect the people of our nation on land, in the air, at sea, and in space, creating opportunities for our citizens to become everything they are. Booz Allen has supported the military for over 75 years. We have initiatives spanning the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Space Force, and the Coast Guard. Our company and our nation benefit from the fact that nearly a third of our colleagues are military veterans. Yes. At Booz Allen, we ask our employees to bring every facet of who they are to their work every day. We empower and enable our people to leave their mark on the firm and their work, and they respond with excellent results. Their diverse thoughts and ideas raise the bar for ingenuity, creativity, and innovation across the firm. We encourage our people to change the world. Now we're transforming how we do business to meet our clients at the intersection of mission and technology to solve their greatest challenges at speed and scale. Our corporate strategies will propel our growth through the next decade with three key pillars: velocity, leadership, and technology. As the premier integrator, digital integrator for the Department of Defense, Booz Allen delivers by blending mission experience with state-of-the-art AI and machine learning, next-generation data solutions, and advanced software development. Together, we are accelerating innovation to help defend the nation. We recently opened the Helix, which is Booz Allen's Center for Innovation, an immersive showcase of our transformative tech, innovation, ecosystem, people, and values. We invite you to join us for a tour of the Helix, where hands-on experiences, mission stories, and interactive demonstrations partner with Booz Allen to unlock a global ecosystem of talent and state-of-the-art solutions in AI, edge computing, quantum, and 5G. And so on behalf of our CEO, Horacio Rozanski, and the over 31,000 colleagues at Booz Allen, congratulations once again to tonight's BEA awardees and to everyone who has made this event possible. Please enjoy this wonderful evening. Thank you.
You know, sometimes you go places and you do things and you always say, you see someone or you meet someone and you say, you know, it's a small world. Someone you may have grew up with and you didn't see maybe 20, 30 years, or maybe there's some type of connectivity. This next young man, and I'm going to say young man, we actually went to the same high school, Milford Mill Academy in Baltimore, Maryland, and what an amazing thing to see someone from your same community, someone that you grew up with, that is just doing wonderful things. So it is truly a joy and a blessing, as I say, to introduce this next young man. It's a great honor to welcome the 2022 Black Engineer of the Year, President and Chief Executive Office of Defense, Space, and Security for the Boeing company, my homie, I'll say it, from Woodmore, from Milford Mill Academy, Ted Colbert. Come on out here, Ted.
The world is indeed very small, and it is always great to meet a new friend that grew up right down the street at Bea. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Boeing Company and our 63 Bea Award winners, I thank you for joining us at the 18th Annual Stars and Stripes Dinner. It is an honor to recognize and to celebrate the service members here today for your contributions to national security and developing the next generation of leaders in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If I can start with a simple message, it's just thank you. Thank you for the example you set as leaders advancing the discipline of STEM, and for your commitment to uplifting and developing those who will follow in your footsteps. Thank you for being forces of good. I've long said that diversity is a force multiplier, and that growth and innovation are possible by diversity, challenging our assumptions, and learning from the experiences and perspectives of others. Tonight, we honor leaders who do just that. Being with you this evening is particularly special for me as both a son and grandson of veterans. And it is my first time here in my current role as the CEO of Boeing Defense, Space, and Security. Leaning on the values and guiding principles of both my father and grandfather, I'm humbled each day by the opportunity to partner across industry, government, military, and on behalf of our warfighter, our country, and its allies. I'm honored to have the privilege to use my leadership position to drive meaningful and lasting changes across the entire STEM industry, but defense in particular, because diversity and thought and identity is absolutely critical to security and prosperity around the world. Our current threat environment is only getting more challenging and more complex. Now more than ever, our national security requires the best and brightest to deliver cutting-edge technology to the warfighter so they can complete their missions. And of course, it's not just defense. All industries are facing increasing competitive job market pressure and the need to find a more diverse pipeline. It is a challenge that no one entity can solve alone, which is why I'm proud that Boeing is partnered with Bea and other organizations to diversify and strengthen our talent pipeline for Boeing and aerospace and defense more widely. Through initiatives such as Bea, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, and our partnerships with the Reserve Officers Training Corps, programs around the world, we hope to do our part in creating more opportunities for the next generation of leaders of color to thrive in industry and move forward as great leaders. As an enterprise and as individuals of Boeing, opportunities we have a ton of. We have them all over the place to help our people give back. And we work to invest in others and connect with communities where we live and work, and that is our priority. It's an honor and a joy to be with you here tonight. It's an honor to be here with a group of people who share a similar ethos. You have embodied service in every way, and you're an inspiration to all of us. Thank you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you so very much, Mr. Colbert. We're grateful, truly grateful for your contributions to Bea, Stars and Stripes, and our country.
Yeah, thanks so much to our speakers so far. I think it was really like right now was when we were supposed to tell everyone dinner is served. So I'm not sure what you're going to do now because I think everyone has been eating. Maybe you and I have dinner.
Oh, I think so. Can someone tell me what we're having for dinner? Anybody?
Anybody?
Maybe? Chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Okay, sounds
Everything, and it tastes like chicken, too. That's a good thing. Seriously, though, one thing that I do want to say that is so important, and we were talking about a little bit earlier about the young people,
right,
the students that are here, how important it is for them to see success, for them to see the paths that they can go. I think it's so important.
The opportunities.
Absolutely.
So today I was talking to them about really two things that I wanted them to focus on is their character.
Bingo.
And then building relationships. What do you think about that?
I think it's important. First of all, if your character is jacked up, you really don't have any opportunities, you know?
Absolutely.
Or if you get opportunities, you're going to lose them because your character's jacked up.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I think we need to let them eat their dinner, and then we can go have our chicken too.
You got
Something like that. And while you are eating, please enjoy the music of the Ambassadors Jazz Tet during this dinner service. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Yep.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains in their majesty above the fruited plain. I'm talking about America, America. God shed His grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Sing it with me one time. America, God shed His grace on thee. Oh, yes, He did, and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Thank you so much. marching in. When the saints go marching in. Oh Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in. Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Staff Sergeant Eric Williams on trumpet, ladies and gentlemen. Staff Sergeant Dave Moscow on trombone. We are the Jazz Tet with the United States Army Field Band. Hope that you are enjoying yourselves as much as we are.
Would the founders please report to the backstage area? Once again, would the founders please repeat to the backstage area? Report.
Would the founders please report backstage? Would the founders please report backstage?
And now, here to perform an original song written for tonight's events, commercial recording artist and official rapper with the United States Army Field Band, Staff Sergeant Lamar Riddick.
Hey, baby, how y'all doing? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey, we salute. We salute. Tell me where we be without the truth. Hey. Okay. Hey. Hey, we salute. We salute. To the sons and the daughters who had no one standing on their own. Hey. Two. Hey, we salute. We do it cause we love it. Wanna take the time to show you. Hey. Hey, we salute. In the States, we keep the faith, and ain't nobody holding you. They gave us the metal, the ammo, the Campbell. Told us to bring the lights on, towing the kettle. Came out the shadow, me and my battle. We see stranger things. You need a ladder with a stop the range of aim for making your gauge rattle. When the thought of the barrel go, horse boy, yeah, you better go hop on your saddle. I put on uniform, looking like unicorn. Who you may use it for? Soldiers that's in the war, mothers that's in the store, brothers that's cleaning floors. They ask me, are we fatigued? But this are we fatigued? Never the weak, either you're strong or you're sweet. If you wanna earn your bread, boy, you better go and get it out the wheat. We don't complain, we just compete. We don't attain, we just defeat. They run from the flame, we loving the heat. Keeping them days, protecting the peace. You stay in your lane, we out in the street. And when it go day, it's keeping us free. You gotta play, we gotta flee. Hey, hey, we salute. Hands up. Hey, hey, okay. Yeah, hey, we salute. To the sons and the daughters who had no one standing on their own. Two, hey, we salute. We do it cause we love it, wanna take the time to show you. Yeah, hey, we salute. In the States, we get the faith, and ain't nobody holding you. Military, looking really scary. Watch a mercenary beat the adversary. Pull up on you while you're sleeping too. Very in the 40 milk. We got plenty dairy. Wanna keep it real with the facts on the real. Tell me how you think it feel out in the field. Consider the steel. Coming back to the stateside, can't get a hot meal. Woo, Jay Hill got a pop meal. Veterans serve and protect. Say they deserve respect. We need to curb neglect. Some got their wings and live when the birds are at. Some got their wings and live when the birds are at. I don't think you get no worse than that. When they gone, no reverse than that. When daddy come home, what version is that? United we stand, divided we fall. But we need a plan to solve how the planet revolves. Round kicking the ball. But doesn't acknowledge the men and the women who answer the call. I salute y'all. Hey, hey, we salute. Tell me where we be without the truth. Come on, yeah. Hey, hey, we salute. To the sons and the daughters who had no one standing on their own. Two, hey, we salute. We do it cause we love it, wanna take the time to show you. Yeah, hey, we salute. In the States, we keep the faith, and ain't nobody holding you. Thank y'all so much. Make some noise one time, Bay, and we salute to everyone in the armed forces. We love y'all.
Once again, that's Staff Sergeant Lamar Riddick with an original song right there for you. You guys were digging that one. We know it. And once again, we are the Jazz Tet. We're here on behalf of the United States Army Field Band out of Washington, D.C., headquartered at MDW. A lot of friends here with us this evening, really enjoying our time with you.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know you like to talk to each other. We really do. If everyone could please kindly take their seats.
And we'll just move on with the program.
I think so. I think so. I think they enjoyed their dinner, but...
Did you enjoy your air-fried chicken?
Yeah, I think I did.
Sure.
Did you have the air-fried salad?
Oh, the air-fried salad was really good back then.
Okay.
And the empty bottle of water was special.
It was really special. I had lemon with mine.
You had lemon with yours. Sure.
Anyway, how about another round of applause for the Ambassadors Jazz Tet? You know, One thing about the Army, and it's all services, but I'm biased when it comes to the Army, we have so much musical talent. It is so much in the Army in terms of musical talent. They truly are extraordinary. Now, let's go ahead and hand things over to Vice Admiral Wins. Please
Welcome to the stage,
take your
sir.
seat. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We'd like to get the program started. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Please take your seats so we can get the program started. We have a good program for you tonight, but we cannot start the program if you're up talking, moving about. Thank you. For the past 10 years, Vice Admiral Walt Davis has served as National Chairman of the BEA Military Alumni Committee. And tonight, we want to say thank you to a Navy fighter pilot. Thank you to an admiral who shares an unshakable belief that an engineering education can open doors that nobody can close. Thank you to a leader who truly believes that inspiring students to pursue STEM careers is the right thing to do. And thank you to a man who has led and continues to lead by example, having influenced so many youth to order STEM on their daily menus. Walt Davis is arguably the most committed person in the world to STEM education. General Wilson, sir, have you often wondered how he acquired this trait? Well, Walt's faith goes back to his early childhood. You see, one day when he was in line for lunch, he noticed a large pile of apples at the end of the counter. Someone had written a note that read, "Take only one. God is watching." Well, Walt picked up an apple and kept moving through the lunch line to the other end of the counter, where there was a large pile of chocolate chip cookies. Walt decided to write his own note. He stuck it next to the cookies. It read, "Take all you want. God is watching the apples." On a serious note, Walt Davis is an absolute joy to work with and for. Sometimes our Stars and Stripes organizing calls take place at 8 a.m. East Coast time. And folks, he is on that call, 5 a.m. California time. In the Navy, Walt was always on the cutting edge. He accumulated over 3,500 flight hours and 800 carrier landings as a fighter pilot, flying the F-4 Phantom, the world's most powerful airplane at the time, and the world-famous Top Gun movie F-14. He served 2 combat tours in Vietnam and later served a 3rd in the Middle East. He also earned a bachelor's in aeronautical engineering and a master's in aeronautical electronics from my alma mater, the Naval Postgraduate School. Ready for every opportunity, Walt Davis rose steadily through the Navy's ranks. During his 37-year naval career, he was a test pilot, executive officer and commanding officer of a fighter squadron, executive officer of the carrier USS Kitty Hawk, as well as commanding officer of the supply ship USS Sacramento and aircraft carrier USS Ranger, and he commanded a Navy carrier battle group. Today we call it a carrier strike group. As a Vice Admiral, he was the director of the Navy's Space and Information Warfare Systems Command, directing a $3.5 billion IT budget. He's profoundly smart, technically savvy, and he thinks out of the box. 13 years ago, he and I co-founded the mentoring program for active duty admirals, general officers, and SES personnel. The sustained mentoring program followed as a spinoff to involve the retired community as mentors participating year-round. Walt created the monthly BEA Stars and Stripes Career Day, which showcases STEM leaders in the work environment. Career Day takes place on the second Saturday of every month and is led by retired Lieutenant General Bruce Crawford, the 2020 Black Engineer of the Year. Walt also started the BEA Government Military Track, resulting in the 6 workshops and panels you see at our annual conference. And he was instrumental in creating the Capstone program, facilitating the transition of top military leaders into civilian life. Walt Davis's commitment to STEM is not restricted to BEA, though. He co-founded a California company called Evo Nexus, a technology startup incubator that enables motivated entrepreneurs to turn their transformative ideas into commercially viable companies. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for a true pioneer, Vice Admiral Walter J. Davis, Jr. Thank you. Now, the truth be told, Vice Admiral Davis could not have done it all by himself. I'm ever mindful that beside every good man is a great woman, and he's had one for a very long time. Connie, thank you for not only supporting Walt, but also for spending countless hours helping sailors and their families, helping students, and helping the committee behind the scenes with the meticulous planning for our annual Stars and Stripes dinner. Please accept this small token of our appreciation for a job well done. Thank you, Walt. Thank you, Connie. Your impact will span generations. In our role as leaders, we are proud of our ongoing and growing commitment to mentor and encourage our nation's youth to pursue STEM careers. Despite the challenges of COVID and its economic toll, and maybe because of it, the interest in mentoring remains high, and the need is stronger than ever. Prior to this evening's Stars and Stripes dinner, we successfully held our 13th anniversary mentoring session. In fact, we have an alum from the 2020 mentoring program in the house tonight. He was our high school student speaker for the Stars and Stripes dinner in 2020 and is now a college junior engineering major at North Carolina A&T. Say hello to Kyle Carter. Kyle, will you please stand? Thank you, Kyle. Today, over 140 admirals, generals, and SES personnel participated, mentoring more than 600 high school and early college students coming to us from more than 31 schools across the country. School principals, administrators, student educators, and a special delegation from Ohio all joined, observed, learned, and supported us today. If you participated in our mentoring session this afternoon, whether as a mentor, student, parent, observer, or committee member, please stand and be recognized. Let's give them a round of applause. To properly plan and execute such an event requires a dedicated and committed individuals. Our mentoring committee is led by Virginia's Secretary of Veterans and Defense Affairs, retired Major General Craig Crenshaw. This was our first in-person event in 3 years, and Craig and his team did a phenomenal job planning and executing the day's events. Also, a special thanks to the Logistics Management Institute, the Windsor Group, and Dr. Chris Jones for being our lead sponsors for the mentoring program today. Now, in past years, when I was the chairman of the mentoring committee, I used this opportunity to brag about the students in our mentoring program. Tonight, I want you to meet a 9th grader from the Calverton School in Huntingtown, Maryland. He maintains a 3.8 GPA and is actively involved in sports, extracurricular activities, and civic engagement. As one of only 4 freshmen on this year's varsity soccer team, he helped the team to a 17-0 undefeated season, culminating in the Maryland Independent Schools Athletic League Championship. He also plays on the JV and varsity basketball team and enjoys playing lacrosse. He volunteers at school as a student ambassador and recently represented his school as a model UN delegate in Philadelphia. Please join me in welcoming Quincy Quattlebaum to the stage. Quincy.
Good evening. Our mentors frequently quote the poem, "I Have Only Just a Minute" by Dr. Benjamin E. Mays to emphasize the importance of having a purpose-driven life. I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it, forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it, just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. I heard this point made by several of the mentors today, and I could tell by their accomplishments that they live by this principle. This afternoon, I attended my first Stars and Stripes mentoring session. Young adults like me are placed in groups of 4 to 8. Then we sit together at tables accompanied by active duty admirals, general officers, and senior executive personnel from each military branch. We begin by briefly introducing ourselves, then the mentors describe their duties and responsibilities in the military and what they do daily. We are given the opportunity to ask whatever questions come to mind. One of the questions I asked was, how did you achieve success? The response I received was that success is based on effort. Effort is fueled by passion. Passion is strengthened by courage. Courage requires us to work hard and try, even when things seem and are difficult. Today's mentoring session reinforced for me that mastering the little things is critical to future success. Success is colored by who you are and who you want to be, which is all driven by passion and effort. I learned that success means facing and working through uncertainty. The impossible becomes possible for the ones who dare to embrace the unconventional, and the people who surround you in the military aren't simply your co-workers. They are your brothers and sisters who share the desire to wear the cloth of our nation. Your programs have played a major role in my plans to become an engineer. Thank you to the admirals, general officers, and senior executive personnel for helping us to dream a little bigger and reach a little higher. You have shown us that the possibilities are limitless if we continue to work hard.
And that took a lot of courage to get up here on the stage as a 9th grader and speak to 1,100 people out in the audience. Thank you, Quincy, for those inspiring words. 7 years ago, in 2016, a 10th grader from George Washington Carver High School of Engineering and Science in Philadelphia graced our stage. He had also participated in our mentoring program and shared that he can see himself waking up every morning eager to go to work, to better the world, and to make the big bucks. He was so impressive that Lockheed Martin executives invited him for a tour at their aircraft production facility in Fort Worth, Texas. Today, he's a senior at Texas A&M University, He's graduating this May and will receive a commission as a Cyberspace Effects Operations Officer in the United States Space Force. Now listen to what he said as a high school student back in 2016.
I see that the future is clear and bright. I hope to pursue a career in civil engineering or architectural design. I guess I can see myself making the big bucks. I can see myself waking up every morning happy to go to work, excited to go to work. I see myself eager to better the world and better people that are around me, because that's what I feel as though STEM does. So now, the message is pretty clear to each and every one of you in this room, whether if you're taking part of STEM now or you plan to in the future. Are you ready to do something that's going to better the world, something that's going to better you each and every day?
I think that he can tell you his story better than I can. So please welcome back to the stage from 7 years ago, Matthew Nagby. Matt.
Wow. This is full circle. This is full circle. Wow. Thank you, sir. Good evening. I'm truly honored to be here tonight. And this is because it's hard to imagine myself 7 years ago as I was a student participating in my first Bayer Star and Stripes pre-mentoring program. I can remember it like it was yesterday. At that time, I was a 10th grade student from the inner city of Philadelphia. Attending my first Bayer was the first time I was exposed to senior military officers, especially admirals, general officers, and it made an unforgettable impression on my life. During my mentoring session, I will never forget meeting Vice Admiral Wins and Vice Admiral Davis. And my interaction with both of these outstanding gentlemen inspired me to think big. I'm proud to acknowledge that not only did they share some of their secrets to success, they committed themselves to working with me and have served as advisors of how I charted my future career. After the mentoring session, I had the opportunity to attend the Stars and Stripes dinner and make remarks as a student speaker. The preparation required to give remarks at the dinner was one of my first exposure to public speaking, which also served me well in college. I recall sitting at the Lockheed Martin corporate table where the networking opportunity I gained from that experience was extraordinary. The conversation at the dinner table enhanced what I learned during the mentoring session and ultimately resulted in me being flown down in a plane to Lockheed Martin in Fort Worth for a visit. The key lessons I took away from my Bay experience included first, the importance of mastering the little things. Secondly, the importance of education. And finally, the benefits that come from hard work. I observed from the interaction with Admiral Wins and Admiral Davis that mastering the little things are necessary to ensure future success. One, success is often measured by who you want to be and who you are and who you want to be. One of Admiral Wins' favorite saying is that luck is the intersection where preparation meets opportunity. That's powerful. While in 12th grade, my family relocated to Texas, where with the help of my mentors, I was encouraged to apply to Texas A&M University, where I'm majoring in technology management. I applied the lessons learned from my faith, my mentors, and my family to guide me during my time at Texas A&M. And I'm proud to share that I'm happily married to my beautiful wife, Zaria. I believe she was the one that just whooped. And we've been blessed with a 1-year-old daughter. I'll be graduating in May and will be commissioned into United States Space Force. See my Space Force people over there. The benefits of mastering the little things, the importance of education, and hard work are now a part of my DNA and will continue to guide me as a commissioned officer. I am sincerely grateful to the admirals, the general officers, and senior executives who continue to support the BEA mentoring program. And most importantly, thank you for showing me, a kid from inner city Philadelphia, the realms of possibilities, provided we dream big, work hard, and be true to who we are and who we want to be. To every young student in attendance tonight, remember, luck is the intersection where preparation meets opportunity. Truly, luck is the intersection where preparation meets opportunity. Thank you so much.
Now that's what I call a return on investment. The mentoring program that takes place here at Stars and Stripes has also become a model for our Stars and Stripes Sustained Mentoring Program led by Mr. Jesse McCurdy that continues in schools throughout the year. If you are a retired flag or SES, please consider participating in our year-round Sustained Mentoring Program. We could truly use your help. I am extremely proud of the work that we do as STEM mentors. BEA Stars and Stripes is the only organization in the world that does STEM mentoring like we do. The mentors are accomplished people, the top leaders in America, who provide guidance, shared experiences, and who encourage our youth to stay the course. The impact of our program ripples out, and people take notice. They want to be a part of it. Last month, we made a big announcement. We have received an anonymous donation of $100,000 to cover the span of 5 years. That's $20,000 per year to help further our mission of encouraging students to pursue careers in STEM. We're hard at work on the selection criteria, but ladies and gentlemen, we're already putting together a world-class selection committee comprised of leaders at the highest level of government, academia, and STEM industries, many who are here tonight. The committee members will be charged with reviewing and monitoring applications and awardee status. I'd like to acknowledge Lieutenant General Darrell Williams, United States Army retired, and president of Hampton University, who has volunteered to head the committee. Thank you, sir. This is just another example of our mentoring mission expanding and reaching new heights, new students, and in new ways. So thank you, admirals, generals, and SES leaders who selflessly give your time and energy. Thank you also to the principals, teachers, counselors, and parents who play a pivotal role in our students' success. Most importantly, thank you to our country's youth. You are our future. Thank you.
You know, General Ray, just to take it a step further in terms of mentoring, each one of the founders and all of the mentors that are currently working with these young students, Each one of them has individual achievements and accomplishments. And I say your individual accomplishments and achievements tells me what you did in your life. However, the legacy that you leave tells me how you lived your life. And a legacy never dies. It goes on exponentially. So each one of the mentors, the SESs, the admiral, flag officers, and everyone that gives their time and energy, and I'll really say time because that is the one resource you can never get back, to these young men and women in their first decade of adulthood, if you will. Giving them something to go on exponentially is truly a testament to each one of the mentors' characters. So we need to give them a round of applause just for what they continue to do every day. What incredible students. The mentoring program says so much about the growth of the program, and again, hopefully exponentially. So, wow, yeah.
So before we move on with our award segment, it is time to hear from our featured service. So stand back and watch this video that you're about to see.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next speaker, the 25th Secretary of the U.S. Army, the Honorable Christine Wormuth. With a career that spans over 2 decades of dedicated service in both the private and public sectors, Secretary Wormuth is an established leader in national security, foreign policy, and homeland defense. Her experience and expertise, ranging from serving in the Obama administration to leading research and analytical support at the RAND Corporation, makes her an invaluable asset to the Department of Defense and the U.S. Army. And she's actually a very kind person, too. So please join us in welcoming Secretary Wormuth.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Major Jones, Michelle, for the introduction. And good evening. And what a great video. I'm probably a little biased as the Secretary of the Army, but what a great video. Seeing all of the various capabilities that we saw on the video just reinforced my gratitude for all of the talented engineers and scientists who are working tirelessly to develop the systems that keep our country safe. I am so happy to be with you here at the 18th annual BEA Stars and Stripes ceremony. And before I go any farther, we're gonna have to pause the teleprompter. I just wanna say, can I give a shout out to Cadet Matthew, I'm not gonna say your last name properly, Nagby, who spoke just a few minutes ago, and just say, if there isn't a better expression of the potential of our young people, and frankly, the power of the mentoring program that BEA is running, I don't know what could be a better advertisement. What an impressive young man. I'm delighted to be here tonight and to be joined by my fellow service counterparts and all of you distinguished guests to help celebrate the achievements of Black engineers across the military. The theme of this year's awards dinner, Becoming Everything You Are, Answering the Call to Service for Our Nation, truly speaks to what a life of service in the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Space Force can offer for those who want to apply their talents in the service of our country. As Secretary Austin noted recently, some of the noblest, most enduring acts of public service have come from scientific experts who have used their ideas and knowledge to make our country safer. I couldn't agree more. The contributions of scientists, engineers, and researchers, both uniformed and civilian, have helped to keep our country safe since our nation's founding. And tonight, we celebrate the Black engineers who have committed themselves to the mission of keeping America safe and giving us the edge that we need to win in the air, sea, space, and most importantly, on land. As the Secretary of the Army, I know how vital engineers are to everything that our Army does as we transform and modernize. As the Army delivers on its once-in-a-generation modernization effort across all of our major portfolios, from long-range precision fires, next-generation combat vehicles, the network, air and missile defense, and soldier lethality programs, Army engineers are an integral part every step of the way. And because they are so integral, maintaining a ready and capable STEM talent base is a must-do mission for us. The BEA STEM Conference and this award ceremony play an important role in inspiring and fostering the next generation of STEM talent. I had the pleasure of participating this afternoon in the mentoring session, and I have to say the future looks really, really bright, and I'm delighted that we have some of those students with us this evening. As all of the military services confront significant headwinds in recruiting, I can't help but be encouraged by the talented, curious, and super smart young people that I interacted with. And I hope that answering the call to service for our nation features prominently in their future decision-making. In closing, as we work together to ensure that our military reflects and represents the nation that it protects and defends, events like this help us move towards a more diverse, equal, and inclusive force. I'm honored to participate in tonight's ceremony, and I'm excited to help celebrate the achievements of this year's Army awardees. Thank you so much.
Vice Chief of Staff of the Army, General Randy A. George, will join Secretary Wormuth for the presentation of Army awards.
Once a young high school graduate in Miami, Florida, Command Sergeant Major LaQuaine Bess knew he wanted to become part of the biggest team in America, and he enlisted in the United States Army. During his 23 years of active service, Command Sergeant Major Bess served in a number of enlisted leadership positions. Today, he serves as the Army Futures Command Support Battalion Command Sergeant Major in Austin, Texas. He is the second Command Sergeant Major to be selected for this role. He always searches for ways to improve procedures. He routinely contributes to the AFC mission of providing Army transformational solutions. Command Sergeant Major Bess is also a vocal STEM advocate. He offers coaching and mentorship to high school and college students through the Diversity Office Minority College Outreach Program. Please welcome Command Sergeant Major LaQuaine Bess, joined by his wife, Irene Bess.
To present the next award, please welcome back to the stage our Vice Chief of Staff of the Army, General Randy A. George.
Thanks, Jeff. Major General Robert Edmondson II has accomplished many, many things in his 31-year career as an Army officer. But in that time, he has also had a significant impact serving outside of the Army. As a community advocate, he collaborates with academic leaders on how to increase STEM opportunities for students. His efforts led to the creation of the Pathways to Technology program, where students from diverse backgrounds can attend high school while earning college credits towards a 2-year associate's degree in information systems or cybersecurity at no cost. He is also engaged with the Free State Challenge Academy to provide mentorship to a diverse group of cadets looking to improve their lives, complete their graduate degrees, and forge a pathway to STEM careers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Major General Robert Edmondson II and his wife, Ellen.
Congratulations, Major General Edmondson. Now to present the next Stars and Stripes Awards, please welcome to the stage United States Marine Corps General David H. Berger.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, it's a big deal to be up on the stage. Although you never know it from the students back there. It can be intimidating. If you ever want to, wonder what it feels like at a little extra pressure, you might have two of your former commanders sitting here at the table behind me, Admiral Wins and General Gaskin. So I start there because I'm pretty sure most of you all are done with your mentoring for the day. I'm pretty sure I am not, because they will mentor me tonight and tomorrow and the next day, as they always have. I have the privilege of introducing you to Brigadier General Tony Henderson. And the Marine Corps is pretty small, so I know him. We've known each other, served together probably for 15 or 20 years. Here's what I'd say about him. I'm an infantry officer. I'm an infantryman. And I have known some infantrymen before who have spent a couple years in the infantry and then gone on to become a staff judge advocate, a lawyer. I've never known anyone other than Tony who went to college, got his JD, a law degree, and then became an infantry officer. Pretty impressive. Here's all you need to know about Tony, just a couple things. And you're not going to find this in his bio. First, I would say the special operations community has a saying that humans are more important, they matter more than hardware. I think they got that from Tony. As long as I have known him, he cares deeply, sincerely, genuinely about the Marines he serves with. And you know that not by watching him. I know that from listening to the Marines that he serves alongside. Some people make fun of the word love in the military. I would tell you that Tony loves his Marines and their families, and they genuinely love him. And the second part, before I bring him out here, the only other part I would say is mentoring itself. I think every leader here, every leader out there knows the importance of mentoring and what we do as a leader. But too many times, and I am guilty of this too, too many times you get busy with the day or the week, you run out of time and you say, I really need to do that, and you put it off. Tony does it the other way around. As long as I have known him since he was a captain, he puts mentoring first. He carves that time out first. I learned that from him when he was a lieutenant colonel, and I never forgot it. And I know that there are so many Marines, sailors who grow up learning the same lesson that I did. Put people first. Take care of your people first. Mentor them first. And the rest, the mission, everything else takes care of themselves. It's my privilege to introduce you to Brigadier General Tony Henderson.
Congratulations, Brigadier General Henderson. Now to deliver remarks and honor the Navy's Stars and Stripes winner, we are pleased to welcome to the stage Vice Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Lisa Franchetti.
Well, good evening, everyone, and it's my pleasure tonight to congratulate United States Navy Captain DeJuan Cheney on earning this exceptional recognition. DeJuan is joined tonight by his wife, Akeisha, his oldest daughter, Andrea, and his dad, Eric. I always say that families are our foundation and the glue that holds it all together. Thank you for your sacrifice and the support that you give DeJuan every day. I know he couldn't do it without you. Captain Cheney is a world-class naval aviator whose inspirational leadership has been making a difference for our Navy and our nation for the past 30 years. His peers describe him as even-keeled, level-headed, and loyal to a fault. Through his character and tireless dedication, Captain Cheney has brought to life our Navy core values of honor, courage, and commitment, underpinned by respect for others. DeJuan has a track record of success after success. He talks about the most rewarding time of his career being when, as Commodore, he stood up the Navy's first command and control and logistics wing and took his team from nothing, 0 personnel and 0 aircraft, to a full deployment in only 11 months. From enlisting in the Navy in 1993 to being selected to attend the Broadened Opportunity for Officer Selection and Training, or BOOST program, to becoming a naval aviator with over 2,000 flight hours and serving aboard multiple ship platforms, Captain Cheney is proof positive that you can do anything you set your mind to. Throughout his career, Captain Cheney has set those around him up for success. Vice Admiral Rick Cheeseman, our Chief of Naval Personnel and DeJuan's current boss, notes that DeJuan mentors sailors in his front office daily, without them even realizing it right now, but they will certainly realize it later, thanks to DeJuan's inspirational leadership and exceptional example. The Navy is very proud of all of DeJuan's accomplishments, and we look forward to seeing him leading from the front for the foreseeable future. Again, please welcome me tonight in welcoming Captain DeJuan Cheney, who will be joined by his father, Eric.
We have some very special guests in our audience that are seated at table 90. They are our wounded and ill warriors who have made sacrifices and ultimate sacrifices in protecting and preserving our freedoms, and we are most grateful. Everyone, please join me in applauding them and saluting them. Thank you. Now please welcome the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General C.Q. Brown, Jr., to present the next award.
Well, good evening. It's a real pleasure to be here, and it's built inspiration just as I look around the audience, a number of individuals here to celebrate great achievements in the work by BEA. Colonel Felicia L. Brooks is the commander of the 82nd Medical Group at Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas. And prior to this assignment, Colonel Brooks served as the inaugural Chief, Diversity and Inclusion Division, Office of the Air Force Surgeon General, Headquarters, Air Force in Falls Church, Virginia. Colonel Brooks completed Georgetown University's Managing for Inclusion, Leveraging Diversity in the Workplace Certificate Program. She devotes countless hours to ensuring the Air Force's high-quality mentorship, diversity, and value-based service to the nation. Colonel Brooks is also the co-founder of Crucial Convo, a diversity and inclusion platform that helped create 2 barrier analysis working groups in the Department of the Air Force. Felicia, congratulations. You represent the best of our Air Force. Your efforts are critical to the U.S. Air Force's mission to fly, fight, and win. Air power, anytime, anywhere. Joined by her brother, Dr. Jay Choles, welcome, Colonel Felicia Brooks.
Our next award presenter is from the Department of Defense. Please welcome the Undersecretary of the Air Force, Gina Ortiz Jones.
Good evening, and thank you for the warm welcome. The Department of the Air Force and BEA Stars and Stripes are natural partners when it comes to diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility in STEM. Your Air Force and Space Force must recruit and retain the highest levels of STEM talent to prevail in a global strategic competition. We'll only be able to do that by making sure we have a force as diverse as the challenges and opportunities that we face as a country. The Department of the Air Force is proud to sponsor the Department of Defense's first ever HBCU-affiliated research center at Howard University, which will go Bison, which will focus on tactical autonomy technology as applied to military systems. At the end of the day, our diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility efforts are about lethality. It's about lethality, making us the most lethal force possible. And when we leave talent on the table, we leave lethality on the table. And when speaking of talent and leadership, we need to recognize our own Dr. Gerald D. Curry. Yeah, please. Dr. Curry has served for more than 37 years in the federal government, including multiple Air Force assignments, as well as the Chief of Staff at the Defense Security Service, to include service with the Department of Energy. Today, Dr. Curry is a member of the Senior Executive Service as the Director of the Air Force Review Board's agency. He is responsible for the management and operation of multiple military and civilian appellate processes that ensure due process, equity, fairness, and impartial treatment for all applicants. Dr. Curry isn't leaving talent or lethality on the table. As the senior champion for the Black African American Employment Strategy Team, or BEST, one of our Department of the Air Force barrier analysis working groups, he identifies barriers that may be preventing our Black and African American airmen and guardians from serving to their full potential. Please welcome Dr. Gerald Curry, joined by his wife, Gloria Curry.
Wow. Exactly. They all deserve another round of applause. They really do. They really do. Wow. We've got something special that's going to happen right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Legend.
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 Okay. Legend.
Legend again.
All right.
Legend. Awesome.
In the room tonight,
In the room.
we have many living legends who are seated at table number 9. Legend, General Larry Ellis. U.S. Army retired, is a legend in the Army. He rose from Morgan State University to the Morgan State, go ahead, I know, go ahead. To the rank of 4-star general and has led soldiers in Korea, Germany, and the storied 82nd Airborne Division, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Legend. Legend.
Legend.
I want them to hear the legend part.
The legend.
Legend, Lieutenant General Arthur Gregg, U.S. Army retired. Legend.
Legend.
Is a legend in the Army who continues to be a master mentor. He was the first Black Army officer to be promoted to 3 stars. The Department of Defense recently, I'm going to say this slowly.
Slowly.
The Department of Defense recently announced the co-naming of Fort Lee, Virginia, after Lieutenant General Craig and Charity Adams Early. What an amazing, blessed thing.
Legend.
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 Major General Charles Bolden, U.S. Marine Corps retired, is a legend in marine aviation. As a former astronaut.
Say that again.
As a former astronaut.
Absolutely.
He has flown multiple missions in space. He is also the former administrator of NASA. Wow.
Wow.
Legend.
Legend.
Brigadier General Clara Adam Ender, my mentor. U.S. Army retired, is a legend in the Army and the former chief of the Army Nurse Corps. She was the first woman to earn a Master's of Military Arts and Science degree at the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College. She was the first black chief of the Nurse Corps. Legend.
Legend.
Captain Donnie Cochran, U.S. Navy retired. He's a legend in Navy aviation. He was the first Navy fighter pilot and the first African-American aviator selected to be part of the U.S. Navy demonstration flight team known as the Blue Angels. In 1994, he became the first and only black commander of the Blue Angels. He was also honored as the 1989 Black Engineer of the Year. Legend.
Legend. I want to say one thing, especially to the young people in the room. You can read about history, which is wonderful, but you have history right in this room. Take advantage and talk to them. I'm sure they would be willing to tell their story and give you pearls of wisdom. So thank you so much to each and every one of you for your service, for your sacrifice, for your legend. Now, to present the Stars and Stripes Award for the United States Coast Guard, please give a round of applause for Vice Commandant of the United States Coast Guard, Admiral Stephen D. Poulin.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce Captain Zita Merchant, an officer that I've known for a number of years. And I will tell you, it's been an immense privilege to get to serve with her and alongside her. She has a passion for service and a commitment to excellence. Zita is currently the commanding officer of our Coast Guard sector in New York. And in that role, she serves as the officer in charge of marine inspection, the captain of the port, the Federal Maritime Security Coordinator, a search and rescue mission coordinator, and a federal on-scene coordinator. Many different hats, and I probably forgot some of them. She is one of our most distinguished Coast Guard officers. She has been successful as an operational field commander in some of the most demanding ports in the United States, leading operations in Chicago, Houston, and Miami before her current assignment in New York. And I will tell you that New York is one of the most complex operating areas for the Coast Guard. It requires the best of our leadership, and that's why Zita Merchant is there. Captain Merchant also led the service in the most influential staff assignments. She served as a National Security Fellow at Harvard University's Belfer Center for Science and International Affairs, as a Congressional Fellow on the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, and as an MIT Seminar 21 National Security and Foreign Affairs Fellow. Her exceptional service was previously recognized with numerous awards, including the Black Engineer of the Year Professional Achievement in Government Award, and the Coast Guard's Captain David H. Jarvis Inspirational Leadership Award, which is given annually to the officer who demonstrates the attributes of leadership that we hold dear. Now, in all that she has accomplished in her career, I'm not sure where she found time to get her doctorate in business administration. She is truly an inspiration, and I'm tremendously proud to serve with her in the United States Coast Guard. Please join me in welcoming Captain and Dr. Zita Merchant.
Congratulations. Let's welcome to the stage Lieutenant General Deanna M. Burt, United States Space Force.
Good evening. Last but surely not least, and not forgotten, the United States Space Force. I am honored to introduce tonight the BEA 2023 Space Force Service Award winner and my personal friend and amazing leader and guardian, Lieutenant Colonel Allison Gonzalez. Allie is currently a student at the United States Army War College at Carlisle Barracks in Pennsylvania. Throughout her professional career, Lieutenant Colonel Gonzalez has developed in-depth space and cyber operations expertise through assignments across the intelligence community, Department of Defense, and the interagency. Most recently, she led the strategy development integration for Headquarters United States Space Force, the Pentagon, Washington, D.C. Allie is a widely recognized mentor and leader across the Space Force's diversity and inclusion efforts. She is a mentor to the Junior Female Guardians, the first Space Force member to speak at the Defense Advisory Committee on Women in the Services, or DACOWIS, a member of the Space Force's Women's Initiative Team, and supporting working groups for African American women career advancement programs. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor tonight to introduce our nominee tonight, and join me in welcoming our winner, the Space Force Service Award and true leader and friend, Lieutenant Colonel Allie Gonzalez.
What an evening.
It has been fantastic. I'm telling you.
Did you get something to eat?
I did.
Wow.
I had the chicken, I had the potatoes, I had 2 desserts.
I had 2.
Did you eat them both?
I had them both.
I did too.
Wow, that's pretty
I'm telling
awesome.
you.
What a great night.
It really is. Just a little unknown fact. This is literally the first time we met.
True.
Today. And it has truly been a joy and a pleasure. You know, I don't care what they were telling me earlier. You know, I don't know what they were saying. But,
About me? I know. They said
know?
a couple of things about you as well.
I know, but
I didn't believe it, though.
I know. I didn't either, you know, because you've got on the cool new Army uniform, you know. I'm loving it. I really wish I'd show a picture because it really reminds me of my dad. Not that he looks like my dad, but my father actually wore this uniform, and I used to tell him, I said, that's the coolest thing, but they had shorts too, so just throw out there.
Just a little hint to the Sergeant Major of the Army,
Yeah,
maybe?
the little shorts that
wow.
go, which would be really nice in the summertime, but truly, it's been
a pleasure.
I mean, it really has. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For this evening, making this really fun, and hopefully we can do it again. And to everyone that selected us to do this, thank you so much.
You guys.
What a great way to spend a Friday night before Super Bowl, but go ahead. Yeah.
Over to you.
Oh, that's right, it is me. So, Last on my list here, but certainly not last at all, our next awardee comes to us from the National Guard Bureau to present our final award. Please welcome Chief of the National Guard Bureau, General Daniel R. Hokanson. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor tonight to recognize our National Guard awardee, and actually the great thing is he's also a personal friend of mine. Major General John Harris began his career by enlisting in the Ohio National Guard in 1981. In 1984, he earned his commission as an aviation officer, and he has served and commanded at the platoon, company, and squadron level to include commanding Task Force Lancer in Kosovo. Throughout his career, John has really led from the front and really not only led as a leader, but also a mentor throughout his organization. And in 2019, the governor of the state of Ohio selected John to be the Adjutant General for the state of Ohio. In his current responsibilities, John leads an organization of 17,000 and ensures that they keep their promise to America and their communities to be always ready, always there. I'm very fortunate to recognize not only John, but his beautiful wife, Angela, what we call Team Harris, for all the great work they do in Ohio. So John, in acknowledgement of your incredible leadership in the military and also your promotion of the STEM programs within your state, I'd like to recognize you today. Thank you.
General Hawkinson and General George will now join Admiral Wins and General Wilson for the passing of the baton.
Well, General Wilson, Secretary Wormuth and the Army did a fantastic job as our featured service for 2023. I must say they knocked it out of the park, sir. Over to you.
Well, Andy, I could not be more proud of our Army. The Army has certainly done an outstanding job as our featured service for 2023. And a special shout out to the Army's Diversity Office, Miss Seema and Jimmy Cox and that group for an outstanding job. So now we pass the baton to the National Guard Bureau.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Randy. Awesome. Yep. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Great.
They got me there.
We just gave him the mission and he took off.
Yeah. The Army did so well, I needed to get to work right away. I did not want to lose a minute. You know, the value of a minute we learned earlier tonight, I listened. Yep. Thank you, Admiral Wynne, General Wilson, and General George, and of course the Army for such an exceptional program that you have done tonight. It's my honor to accept this, and this is actually heavier than it might look, this statute and the responsibilities as being the organization being featured in the 2024 BEA. And on behalf of the 54 states, territories, and the DC of our National Guard, we accept the baton. We're proud to continue to be part of the tradition of recognizing and supporting Black African Americans in technology and being part of the organization and the accomplishments of the members is really going to be something fun. I look forward to seeing many of you next year. I'll be in Baltimore on the 15th to the 17th of February. An important safety tip, 15 to 17 February, after Valentine's Day. Okay, just keep that in mind. Just looking out for your own safety. All right, folks, have a wonderful time. Thank you so much. Look forward to 2024.
Thank you all for joining us. It's been a joy. We'll see you next year in Baltimore. To the guys, don't forget Tuesday now. And good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
It really did. Like when I walked out, then it all came up. And
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard.
We all stand tall and we all stand proud, with our heads held high and our spirits loud. We fought for freedom, we fought for rights, with honor and courage we fought the good fight. We're the black soldiers, black sailors and airmen. We stood tall through the years and remember when, for our country and our people we sacrificed. Through the onslaught of war we earned our stripes. From beginning to end, we fought in every war. We fought on land, sea, and air once more. The barriers broken, we made history. We have proven our worth and our bravery. We're the black soldiers, black sailors and airmen. We stood tall through the years and remember when, for our country and our people we sacrificed. The onslaught of war, we earned our stripes.
Prejudice, an unforgettable fate, but it won't bring us down. We win the race, we rise above it. We know our worth, we're black soldiers, black sailors, and airmen first. I said we are.
We're the black soldiers, black sailors. lost like trees.
We sacrifice
The onslaught of the war.